Okay, so we will discuss on define retained earnings account. So what is retained earnings account? Let me tell you. See, whenever you maybe during your plus two or graduation, whenever you pass one journal entry, after passing a journal entry, what is the next step? Yeah, transferring to subledger or ledger, right? So, for example, you posted one entry. See, suppose you posted one entry like this. Now, let me take new one. You posted one entry like this, right? Rent account letter to cash or bank. This is what the entry you posted, and you will be mentioning whether it's a 10,000 rupees or whatever you can get it, right? So, what is the next step you used to do in your schooling, in your plus two or graduation? You need to pass the same entry to the sub ledger or ledger, right? You'll prepare like this is a T shape, and we'll have here this side here debit, and this side is a credit. For example, this is a rent, okay? And what you can do also, you can create the bank, right? So now bank, this one debit and this one credit. Now rent account will have always what? Always will have a debit balance, right? And bank will always have a debit balance only. Always will have a debit. Bank is debit, expense also debit always. But now what is happening here? You're mentioning rent is mentioning by rent. Sorry, by bank you're mentioning here. And likewise, whatever happened for entire year or a few months or quarterly, you will just mention all the transaction, you will tally it, right? Here also now what happened if it is a bank, if you're paying out means it's supposed to be debited, but in this case you're paying it by rent, right? Likewise, all the transactions you will mention here, you will tally it. After tallying it, what is the next step you will do? This balance you will be transferring to, yeah, trial balance or to prepare the P&L will do it. So what is the next step? You will prepare the P&L statement. Profit and loss statement. This also has debit credit T shape. Here you have expense, loss, everything. Here you can have income, revenue, gain, everything. Okay. So anything happen, expense you will mention the debit side, the left hand side, and all the right hand side are the income, gain, revenue, profit. All those things you'll mention here. So end of the year, after mentioning everything, what you can do, you'll tally it. Tallying by what you get by tallying it, you'll get the gross profit or gross or net profit or net loss or gross profit or loss, you'll get it. So after this, what is the next step? You need to transfer this balance to, huh? Yes, we'll transfer this to balance sheet. To where you will transfer this side liability, this side balance, sorry, assets. So where you transfer? So you will transfer this to a liability side, but this is no more. No longer you will do like this in SAP. What we do now, see here, this is no longer will be done. Here we have a retained earnings account. What is retained earning account? Retained earning account, whenever you carry forward the balances of this one to next year, automatically the amount will be transferred to retained earnings account. The retained earning accounts will be, the GL account will be mentioned in the balance sheet. So what is written earning account? Written earning account is used to carry forward the balances. Okay, so that is what the written earning account. Here, this activity no longer we are doing it in SAP. That is where written earning account come into picture. So that is what here to carry forward the balance at the year end. How this will happen automatically? You need to carry forward a balance to returning account. Whenever you carry forward the GL balances, okay, it will also carry forward the balance to the return earning account. Next, so how many written earning accounts required, sir? Minimum one. See, if you have a P&L statements more than one, then if the P&L statement also way of reporting, the reporting is different, one to another one is different P&L reports you have, then create one for one written earning account for each P&L. If you think, suppose you're reporting to SEBI, income tax, different formats, and then you can take different written earning accounts, because in each P&L you need to mention, each balance sheet you need to maintain, right? You have different P&Ls, right? So in that case you can maintain one. Otherwise, if the formats are same, then you can take one written earning account, you can maintain for all. It's up to business. See, you need to tell, you need to know this, what is this written earning account. Let the business, let the client take decision, then once he confirm, we can create. See, we are the consultant to facilitate SAP how they wanted to use the SAP software for finance department. We should tell what is the functionality of it. Then they need to decide whether they need one trading account too. But what is the purpose of maintaining more than one? You should tell. Then let them take. Okay. So that is why I mentioned here. See, one trading account is must. Creating a more than one based on the client business requirement. Client means business. Okay. And see, create one trading account for each P&L. If you are going to create a more than one, for each P&L, we need to have. There will be questions, right, sir? Whether we need to have a one or two, how, in what basis we need to create more than one. This is the answer for you. So example also I given. If we have a two reporting accounting standards, we have, like, if you want, if you're going to get two written earning account, one for IFRS, one for US GAAP, like this. You can, for each accounting principle or each different format of P&L, you can maintain one. Okay. Now let's go there and configure. What is the T code? /n OB13. OB53. It got logged out. Let me log in again. See, now we are going to OB53 here and mention the chart of accounts. See guys, I'm telling you, whenever you configure, you should know what level you're configuring. Chart of account in FI, chart of accounting is a highest level. Below to chart of account, only company codes will comes under lower level, right? So if suppose, what is the chart of account? TCM5. If this chart of account is using by many company code, like suppose example TCS using, Tata Motor using, many company codes are using, then whatever you mention configure, it will be applicable for all company codes. Okay. Now, so P&L statement, any name you can take, but generally we take as X for the practice purpose. If you want, you can mention any name. Now, here account, see, account, generally the liability range you should take, right? So what is the number range we get for liability? In OBD4 we did right? Look at here like this, 1 lakh. So, but in 1 lakh, we are going to create day-to-day usage of many GL accounts, like accounts payables, outstanding expenses, many kind of day-to-day liabilities are there, right? Loans. So let us take advance number. Let us allocate the some number to the day-to-day GL accounts and take some advance number. So I will take like 1 lakh 100 up to 1 lakh to 99. Let take the any other GL account for daily postings. Now 1 lakh 100. Okay, so you should mention like this. And see, this is giving a warning because the GL account is not created in FS00. After creating a GL account only we need to mention. But the problem here, if you directly go to FS00 create, and if you want to create there, system will throw message like written earning account is not defined. Suppose let me create now. You can see that what is the problem. I want to create with a 1 lakh 100. I need to create, then only I mentioned there, right? So let me create now. Click on create. See, no P&L statement. That means written earning account. Indirectly, this is telling P&L statement. This one written earning account is not mentioned. That's the reason we need, without doing the GL creation, we are first need to mention by assuming a number from taking from the OBD4, by taking one number and mentioning. Once you create only, it will, system will allow you to create GL master. See, now if you try to create, system will allow. If I go there, see, system is allowing. But whereas just now we got error message.